Stella. We're back to show you some really cool features. For those of you who didn't get the chance to meet us on site, I'm Taylor. I'm our Director of Customer Success, and this is my colleague Brandon, who you might recognize. He's our Product Manager. We wanted to put together a quick video highlighting some of the new features that Weavix released this past week. As we know, my team and Dave are really excited about them. So the first one is something that we thought about when we were on site, trying to connect with you all, especially those who spoke a different language than us. And luckily, our Walt has translation, but we found that it was a bit of a process when we were trying to add and create a channel to use those translation features with people who were speaking other languages. So now, Brandon and his team have actually worked really hard to add 2 new features that will allow us to create a channel instantly with someone near you. So, Brandon, do you want to go ahead and walk them through what that feature is?
Yeah, sure. So I'll go ahead and share my screen, and you'll be able to see my Walt up here on the screen. And so what you'll notice is I'm just on our kind of normal channel list. This is kind of the default location, and I have access to all my channels here. If I need to go up and talk to someone that's right nearby me, what I can now do, instead of having to go in and search a whole directory to find that person, if that person has their Stella badge that should have their Weavix sticker on the back side of it, I can just ask to borrow their badge real quick, and wherever I'm at on my Walt screen, I can just tap their badge to the back, and it's going to find their profile and prompt you to start a channel with that person. So now I can just very quickly send Taylor a message. Hey, Taylor, how's it going? So now I'm able to very quickly talk to the people that I need to talk to if I can just grab their badge and scan that to start that channel. Another way to do this is to actually look at the people that are nearby me. So if I hit the back button, it's going to take me to kind of this menu screen, and I can go hit the new channel like I normally would to create a new channel. I can create an individual, or I can create a group. But actually what I can do now is I have a new option here, nearby. And so if I tap on that, what I'm actually going to be able to see is all the people that are around me. And this is actually going to use Bluetooth technology on the Walt itself to scan and see who is actually close to me. You see that green bar that's kind of moving down there? That'll change colors. That'll kind of indicate how close someone is to me. So if I walk up to someone and I just want to start a conversation with them and I don't necessarily know their name, I can very quickly go to nearby, and then I can kind of show them my Walt screen and say, who are you? And they can tap on their name, and I can very quickly start a channel with that person. So 2 kind of cool new ways to quickly start a channel with someone and get that communication going very quickly.
And Brandon, will this pick up any mobile app users or desktop users?
No, right now this does not pick up mobile or desktop users. This is just purely Walt radio to Walt radio communication.
And how is it gaining insights in regards to who's nearby me?
It's actually using Bluetooth, so it's the Walts themselves are communicating back to each other. So it's going to be maybe 30, 40 feet max that you'll see. So if someone's 50 feet or more away from you, you probably won't see them show up on this nearby list.
Yeah, okay, cool. So this is definitely something that you all will want to share with your teams to let them know, probably, would you say maybe the quickest way to create new channels now would be
definitely
tapping that badge to it or looking for people nearby to let them know, just to save some more time there. The other really cool feature that we implemented, this is something that you guys actually asked for a few times, and so we wanted to implement this for our senior leaders and those desktop workers to let people know when you're maybe out of the office or you're going to be in meetings all day, and that's going to be automatic replies. And those automatic replies are going to work just like, your email, where you can quickly add a message, and then anyone who sends you a Weave on Walt or mobile app will get a response back letting them know that you're gone and when you'll be back in. So this on our console. So Brandon, do you want to go ahead and demo that really quick and how they can edit this?
Yeah, so if you're in the Weavix console or Weavix web radio, what you can do is just go up here and navigate to your profile settings by clicking your profile picture up here and clicking profile. And that'll bring you to this screen that you see here with your profile settings. And if you scroll down, now you'll see this little checkbox that says send automatic replies. If I check that, that's going to enable this box down here where I can actually go ahead and type some sort of maybe out of office message, or if there's some other kind of automatic reply that I want to happen. So I'm going to be out of the office right before Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go ahead and have my message here that I am out of the office this week and I'm going to be unavailable during this time. Throw in there, contact Taylor if you have any questions during this time. And as long as I have this checkbox checked here, and then when I go to save that, that is actually going to reply back to people during that time. All right, so let's go ahead and do a demo of this automatic reply feature. So I set my automatic reply right there, but Taylor also has her automatic reply set. So if I navigate to the channel I have with Taylor and go ahead and send her a message, we should be able to see this functionality. Hey, Taylor, I have a question. So we should see that message went to her, and pretty quickly there, what we saw is an automatic reply from Taylor Guerin. I will be out of the office until December 1st. For any questions, please contact help@weavix.com. So now everyone can know, that I'm not going to be responding to them right away. And, I can give a little bit of direction on maybe what they should do during that period that I'll be unavailable.
Yes. So one thing I want to know, Brandon, is when you were creating your automatic reply, it did say something in regards to individual channels. So can you just, confirm what channels this will work in?
Yeah, this will only work with those individual one-on-one channels. So if you're in a large group and or in an admin defined channel and someone messages in that channel, even if it's directed at you or not, you're not going to have automatic replies coming from you to that channel. It'll only be if someone specifically reaches out and tries to message you one-on-one, will that automatic reply go back to them.
Okay, and then let's say because sometimes I'm guilty of this, I might send a couple emails to someone who's out of office just so I don't forget for when they're back in. Will I get automatic replies for every single message that I send to this individual?
No, actually. So it should only happen once per kind of shift per day. So okay. It should happen the first time you do it today. And then if you message them again, you shouldn't get it. But if you forget again tomorrow and send them a message, you should get that automatic reply again.
Okay. And then my last question, let's say I leave the office and I forgot to set my automatic reply. Where else can I update this?
Yeah, so we showed how to do that from the console or web radio, but you can also do it from your mobile phone. So basically, you just, very similar to the console, you tap your profile picture, go to edit, and you'll be able to see an area that's automatic replies, and you can go edit those automatic replies, turn them on and off, edit that message right from your phone.
Awesome. Okay. And then I said that was my last question, but just one more. How long can my automatic reply be? Like, I can't send like a full essay, can I?
No, you can't do a whole paragraph. It's going to be a max of 250 characters.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, so the next feature that we rolled out is going to be involving notifications. And so for those of you who are not always able to look up from your wall immediately, maybe you're on the floor, you have it pinned to your frock, what we have now is the capability to read any text messages that are sent out to you. And what I mean by text messages is, let's say I'm a supervisor and I send a message from my cell phone, I text one out. Right now, it's going to give you and your users a notificational ding, but now we can enable a feature which will allow it to read all those non-PTT messages. So let's go ahead and do a quick demo of that. So Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and message you. I'm going to say...
Okay. And while she's typing that out, I'll go over here and in the notifications and under settings is where I can go here to chat messages, and I can turn on read incoming messages. One other thing I can do while I'm in here is previously those messages would have caused that ding to happen. If you have heard that, great for out on the floor when you're in the office, sometimes not so much. So I can go ahead and turn that off. And so basically what I've done here is instead of just getting that ding notification to let me know that I've received kind of a silent text message, now instead I've turned that off and I've said, go ahead and read that message out loud to me. So essentially I've taken that text message and I've made it into kind of a normal message, like someone had, PTT message. Yeah.
Which I'm very excited about because there's so many times when I'm in meetings and people message me and I get those notificational dings. So the fact that we can disable that is very exciting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and send Brandon a message really quick. And keep in mind, you didn't see me communicate or talk anywhere. I've texted or chatted Brandon on our web radio, and I'm going to go ahead and send that to him now.
Taylor Guerin said, can you meet at 4 p.m.?
Ta-da!
So now I had that, read out loud, and I don't have to actually go in there and see the message, read it for myself.
Yep, which is really cool because I know, some of our workers can get in the habit of maybe, hearing that ding, but it didn't read it out. So they'll kind of think, oh, I'll go check it later. And then, an hour goes by. So now, they're getting those audio messages audio to them like a PTT so that they don't miss any urgent messages either. Okay. So the other feature that we want to go over, which I think is the coolest one that has come out in this release, this is something that we demoed to you guys while we were actually on site. And that's the capability of being able to translate PTT messages into a different language. So right now, what we have is it will translate any text. So if Brandon's wallet is in Spanish and mine's in English and he messages me, his PTT would come through still in Spanish, but the text would translate. But now what's going to happen is it's actually going to translate the audio as well. And I know that we promised that Spanish would be done at the end of the year, but actually we did this for all 10 languages. So we're really excited for, those. I know we have Albanian, Swahili, and like 14 other languages at Stella and Chewy. So we're really excited to offer, this feature in all the 10 languages and hopefully more coming soon as well.
Okay, so yeah, to get to this setting, basically we're going to go to the same place that we turned on that last setting. I go settings, notifications, and under here, under PTT messages, I have this option to read translated messages out loud. So when I make sure that's toggled on with the blue, that means it's toggled on. That means that I will get those translated messages read out loud to me. So I'll go ahead here and switch my wallet to Spanish, and then Taylor can send me a message and we'll all be able to hear that read in Spanish.
Okay, let's do this. Hey, Brandon, can you come help me in packaging?
Taylor Guerin dicho, hola Brandon, ¿puedes venir a ayudarme con el embalaje?
So pretty cool. It does wait until the end of that message, so you don't hear the live audio coming through. But when it does receive that full message and has the ability to translate that, it will go ahead and read that out loud so that that person can hear what was said in their native language.
Awesome. Well, that's pretty much all the features that we wanted to go over with you guys today because we wanted to let you know that those were available so that you can start implementing them pretty much immediately. If you do have any questions on what we've covered today, please, don't hesitate to reach out to help@weavix.com.